Hi everyone, it's Janice here again. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to talk about something. I brought up in the Caribbean, yeah, and it was hard. I brought up in the Caribbean and I had a problem with being dyslexic. What happened was when I was growing up as a child, I used to even get beat because I couldn't read properly or write properly at the age of 12. And what one of my family member will do, she will take one of my cousin who could read really well, who is a little bit younger than me, and they will tell them to spell a word and tell me to spell a word. And when I can't spell it, they used to have a go at me and say, you dunce, you stupid, you this, you that. I used to feel so bad. I used to say, oh, something wrong with me. Maybe I'm stupid for true. And I didn't know nothing about dyslexic. I didn't know anything about that. Even in the Caribbean, they probably never even heard of it in my family anyway. So they'll just say you're stupid and you're dunce head and all these things. And I used to go off crying for ages and say, oh, something must be wrong with me. Why can't I read or write? And why my little cousin younger than me could read so well and write and I can't do it? I used to feel really bad, honestly. I used to cry and I remember feeling so sad as a kid. You know, if you're out there and you have a kid who is struggling to read and write, don't have a go at them because they might be check them out, find out if they're dyslexic or something. We born like that. We don't go wrong. You know, nobody come dyslexic after. I mean, it take me to come to England and go to an adult learning class for them to know, to recognize that I'm dyslexia. They say something we can't get in things properly done on paper. But if you really notice, mostly everyone who is dyslexia, a lot of people who is dyslexia, they're very good in business. Apparently, is it Richard Branson? The one who owned Virgin. People say he dyslexia. I don't know how true it is, but they say he's dyslexic, so it never stopped him from reaching his goal and his dream. So try and help your kid, because I used to feel really bad as a child. Try and help that child to encourage them. You know, don't make them feel bad about it, because I used to cry as a kid when my family member used to tell me, oh, you can't read or write, you're stupid, you're a dunce brain, you're a numbskull, all this stupidness they would say to me. And it's only, as I said, when I come to England and I went back to an adult learning class, that's how I find out I'm dyslexic, because I never knew that. I mean, I could read enough to get me by. I could write enough to get me by now anyway. But before, I used to find it really difficult. But now I could read and write and stuff like that. Some words I might spell wrong or find it hard to spell still. But honestly, I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. Because I remember I had a sister as well. My sister was dyslexia as well, I believe, because she didn't even know how to write. One of my sisters didn't used to know how to write her own name. And you see, our family member don't know nothing about this. So sometimes, you know, you have to take time and find out what is going on instead of calling people names, making them feel like they can't learn, making them feel, you know, down. Honestly, as a kid, I really feel bad. I used to go off and cry and say, how come my little cousin could read and write and something must be wrong with me? I used to feel so hurt inside, you know, feeling so bad because of all that. My family member, I forgive them. They didn't know this. They didn't know. They probably never heard anything of dyslexic, about being dyslexia in the Caribbean. So, you know, I already forgive them. I move on. So please, if you have a kid out there, don't make it feel bad and you find it difficult to learn. Help that child. And don't make it feel like how I used to feel when I was a kid. So, and most business-minded people and business people, a lot of them are dyslexic and they are very good, very clever people we are. But to get things down on paper and most people are dyslexic dyslexia are clever people and very business minded. As I said, I am very business minded, but it's for us to get things on paper and get it into the brain good, you know. So that sometimes is hard, but I don't think people should be ashamed if they're dyslexic and stuff like that. Now I know, now I'm an adult, but when I was a child, I used to feel really, really hurt. As I said, this thing really used to bother me as a kid, and I used to feel so sad. As I said, if you have any kids and you're finding them difficult to learn, just check out to see if they're dyslexic or anything like that. Don't treat them bad. Because I wouldn't like anybody to go through the same thing I used to go through when I was a kid. I'm feeling hurt. I'll say I got over it now, but it was bad. When I was a kid, I used to feel really sad about it. As I used to feel like something wrong with me that everybody else could read and write and I can't. So yeah. And thank you all for watching my channel. And God bless and see you soon.